Obama weighs his Syria option. Military experts advise the president look at America's long, glorious history of successful bombing campaigns. And the conflict intensifies as bears enter the war. We require you to wear a jacket and tie to view this video, but your full-length evening gown is certainly acceptable too. This is The Onion Week in Review. Following yet another long, enjoyable week at their places of employment, Americans across the country reported being annoyed today about the prospect of spending a long holiday weekend away from work. According to a Zogby poll released this morning, 30% of Americans said they were already feeling the burden of the impending 3 days without work responsibilities, with well over 50% saying they preferred spending the last few days of summer surrounded by their bosses and coworkers, adding that they, quote, can't wait for Tuesday. A report on obesity rates released this week by the CDC confirmed that millions of courageous Americans continue to overcome the media's persistent pressure to be thin. Researchers told reporters that while the vast majority of film and television continues to portray thin, in-shape people, over 30% of Americans remain resolved in their effort to stand up to idealized images of men and women.
Every day, people are inundated with unvarying images of slim men and women, but millions of heroic Americans continue doing their best every day to maintain BMIs 35 or higher. These people aren't afraid to fly in the face popular culture deems acceptable and bravely eat and drink whatever they want, whenever they want.
According to employees of local technology firm Halverson Enterprises, CEO Peter Weathers has a unique talent for recognizing great ideas and absolutely ruining them. Longtime Halverson employees say they're continually impressed by Weathers' ability to water down promising ideas with meaningless jargon, consistently choose the wrong person to head up every project, and inject virtually every halfway decent thought with his own short-sighted and terrible insight.
For as long as I've worked here, Peter has been able to sit down in a meeting, listen to a million different ideas, pick out the one that makes the most sense creatively and financially, and then totally destroy it until there's basically nothing worthwhile about it left. He's remarkable.
And in this week's op-ed pages, CNN.com's managing editor explains why Miley Cyrus's VMA performance was their top story Monday. In other news, the nation's single men announce a plan to change their bedsheets by 2019. A woman who left the room crying earlier expects to jump back into the party just like that. And a courtroom artist is clearly infatuated with the bailiff. This 2.5-minute long session of immersion therapy is finally complete. Your crippling fear of watching video news recaps should no longer be a problem. For more, keep checking TheOnion.com.